Welcome to a place where encouragement becomes contagious. Hi, I'm Donna Cruz, along with our friend Penny.
Oh, thank you, Donna. It's always great to be here. You know, it doesn't take long to form a habit, and after this time of COVID, things that used to feel second nature now feel weird at best, or even scary. Well, as you listen to this hour of Keep the Faith, all the songs and stories have been chosen to help you regain confidence and take the leap.
Internally, I was suffering a lot. I was emotionally drained. I was always under stress and constant pressure. And then one day, I was like, confidence. I kept telling myself, like, I need to get a better promotion. I need to have more money. I need to be thinner. But all of those didn't really resonate. And I was trying to find a resource that could tell me like where I needed to go.
I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God.
Not who the NBA and the world had now been telling him was a failure, but we lived in that moment, in that time where who he truly was, the best version of himself. And we continue to watch that and watch that and watch that. He was going to live in that highlight reel zone of who he knew he was, not who everybody else was saying he was, just because he made that small mindset pivot.
Don't you be afraid of giants in your way. With God, you know that anything's possible. So step into the fight. He's right there by your side. The stones inside your head might be small, but watch the giants fall. Watch the giants fall.
If we wake up every day and go, I want to gain this skill. I want to be confident. I want to know that I can do something. So I'm going to mess up. I'm going to be at the top of the grassy hill, and I'm going to push myself down, and I'm going to have skinned knees, and I'm going to wreck a few times. But before I know it, I'm going to get the hang of it, and that's what I'm going to do. It changes everything.
My heart is racing and my knees are weak as I walk to the edge. I know there is no turning back once my feet have left the ledge.
So just that small shift in how we think about things can change everything. It's a process. It's not something we're born with or we aren't.
Come on, let's go. I'm diving in. I'm going deep. In over my head, I wanna be caught in the rush, lost in the flow. In over my head, I wanna go. The river's deep, the river's wide, the river's water is alive. So sink or swim. I'm diving in. I'm diving in. I'm diving in.
A bird isn't the only thing with wings. Your mind has them too. Andy Andrews will tell you what I mean next on Keep the Faith.
How did we get here? What comes to wait on a lonely shore? I can see in your eyes, dear. It's hard to take for a moment more. We've got to burn the ships, cut the ties, send a flare into the night. Say a prayer, turn the tide, dry your tears and wave goodbye. Step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon a heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back. Don't let it arrest you. This fear of falling again. And if you need a refuge, I will be right here until the end. Oh, it's time to burn the ships, cut the ties, send a flare into the night. Say a prayer, turn the tide, dry your tears and wave goodbye. Step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon the heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back. So shame, walk through the sorrow, out of the fire, into tomorrow. So flush the pills, face the fear, feel the weight disappear. We're coming clean, we're born again. Our hopeful lungs can breathe again. Oh, we can breathe again. Step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon the heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and step into a new day. We can rise up from the dust and walk away. We can dance upon the heartache, yeah. So light a match, leave the past, burn the ships, and don't you look back.
You found Keep the Faith, where you'll find encouragement to take that leap of faith.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Shame no longer has a place to hide. I am not captive to the lies. I'm not afraid to leave my past behind. Oh, I won't be shaken. No, I won't be shaken. 'Cause my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing. There's power that can break off every chain. There's power that can empty out a grave. There's resurrection power that can save. There's power in your name. Power in your name. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, yeah, when I'm standing in your love. Oh, my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Oh, I'm standing in your love. Oh, standing on the rock. Oh, I'm standing in your love.
You're listening to Keep the Faith.
I'm Penny. You've done it before, but after this strange season of life, maybe you don't feel like you can do it again. It could be something as normal as being with other people, or something like finding a fulfilling job after losing your last one. Well, Andy Andrews is a regular contributor on Keep the Faith who notices things below the surface that can really help. It's the basis for his book, The Bottom of the Pool. One of the principles he shares is that your mind has wings.
Is a story I built around the long jumper Bob Beamon. For 100 years, the long jump was an Olympic record that it was only broken 13 times in 100 years. And every time it was broken by a half inch or, a quarter of an inch. And so the long jump record stood at 27 feet. Well, some things came together on a day in the Olympics in Mexico City. A guy said to him right before he jumped that your mind has wings and it can take you places and you're going to do this and this guy inexplicably jumped more than 2 feet past the record. People began to immediately ask, can Beamon do it again? He never did it again. Now, this is where the mind has wings. It's a very curious thing because they asked this over and over, can you do it again? Can you do it again? And I'm sure he was reading those things too, and that as he didn't do it again, the questioning intensified. It was the wrong question. The question should have been, will he do it again? Because can he do it again? Of course he can do it again. He already did it. Will he? I don't know. But when you say, can he do it again? And everybody started saying no, it clipped those wings that Bob Beamon had. A mind has wings. It can soar. But a mind also has an anchor. And that anchor can firmly stick you where you are.
Today, it all begins. I'm seeing my life for the very first time through a different lens. Yesterday, I didn't understand. Driving 35 with the rocket inside, didn't know what I had. While I've been waiting to live, my life's been waiting on me. I'm gonna run, no, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. The world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout. And I will be dancing when circumstances drown the music out. Say I won't. Not enough is what I've been told. But it must be a lie, 'cause the spirit inside says I'm so much more. So let them say what they want. Oh, I dare them to try. I'm gonna run. No, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. The world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout. And I
This is Keep the Faith.
If you're expecting everything to instantly be like it used to be without any effort, well, you might be mistaken. There's a story coming up next on Keep the Faith about the value of practice.
Every day this never-ending pressure tries to take its claim over my heart. I have tried to hold it all together, but time and time again I fall apart. But that's where I find my life was never mine at all. But you are the one inside, always in control. So when it feels like all of this pain is never gonna end, to my knees by all of these things I don't understand, don't understand. I will let the weight of my fear fall like sand, out of my hands and into yours, out of my hands and into yours. Letting go of worries I can't measure, holding on to truth that's healing me. Knowing I can trust you is a treasure. With eyes wide open now I finally see. It's here that I find my life was never mine at all. You're still the one inside, always in control. So when it feels like all of this pain is never gonna end, to my knees by all of these things I don't understand, don't understand. I will let the weight of my fear fall like sand, out of my hands and into yours, out of my hands and into yours. Take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, it's out of my hands. Nothing that you can't handle. God, you are strong enough. Only you can take this out of my hands, out of my hands. You're greater than all my sorrows, worthy of all my trust. Thank you, Lord, that this is out of my hands, out of my hands. So when it feels like all of this pain is never gonna end, to my knees by all of these things I don't understand, I don't understand. I will let the weight of my fear fall like sand, out of my hands and into yours, out of my hands and into yours. Take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, it's out of my hands. Take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, take this out of my hands, it's out of my hands.
Helping you work through the insecurity and anxiety with songs and stories of hope. Keep the Faith.
I'm wishing I could see the finish line, where it ends, where it lands. Guess I lost my vision when the pain set in. Can I believe when I don't see? Can I really let it be out of my hands? When it's out of my hands, this isn't what I choose, but it's where I'm finding you. But I'm broken and undone, your mercy's just begun. You overcome my doubt, your hands are reaching out. You hold me through the storm, and I will fear no more. And I will you have been. Before me, after, and always within. Can I believe when I don't see? Can I really let it be out of my hands? 'Cause it's out of my hands. Oh, this isn't what I choose, but it's where I'm finding you. But I'm broken and I'm done. Your mercy's just begun. You overcome my doubt. Your hands are reaching out. You hold me through the storm, and I will fear no more. And I will fear no more. I'm not giving up. I'm giving in to what you planned for your glory. Not giving up. I'm giving in to what you planned for your glory. It's for your glory. This isn't what I choose, but it's where I'm finding you. I'm broken and I'm done. Your mercy's just begun. You overcome my doubt. Your hands are reaching out. You hold me through the storm, and I will fear no more. And I will fear no more. I will fear no more. I will never fear. I will never fear. And I will fear no more. I will fear no more.
You're listening to Keep the Faith. I'm Donna Cruz, taking a leap into this next season of life, as weird or scary as some activities or interactions may feel, actually involves practice and time. Nicole Johnson shares about this in her books like Creating Calm in the Center of Crazy.
You know, all our lives we heard practice makes perfect. And I took a calligraphy class with this wonderful woman who's an amazing calligrapher. And she would only let me practice one letter at a time. I would go home and I would do one. She would say, because practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice makes permanent. If your hand makes the letter A wrong 18 times, it's a lot harder to unlearn it than if you've just done it once and then make sure that your strokes are going in the right direction. So I think when it comes to like insecurity or these things that we're doing, don't take them up in your own strength, determined to, again, get out there and fight the battle, but allow these things slowly through practice to be done unto us, to be worked in us and inside of us. Trust that it's working.
Ooh, I've been stacking up the years I spent trading punches with the enemy. Ooh, built myself a double thick stone tower of lies higher than the eye can see. Trapped in my flesh and bone, crying out to you, love. I'm desperate. Love, come rattle this cage and set me free. All of my fears like Jericho walls gotta come down, come down. All of my fears like Jericho walls gotta come down, come down. Oh, my prison turns to ruin when your love moves it. All of my fears like Jericho walls gotta come down, come down, come down. Was crashing through the pride and the blame, cutting straight to the heart of me. Ooh, long before I ever called your name, you were fighting for my victory. Carved in your flesh and bone, the wounds that have set my soul is forgiven. Oh, now I can feel the darkness trembling. All of my fears like Jericho walls gotta come down, come down. All of my fears like Jericho walls gotta come down, come down. Oh, my prison turns to ruin when your love
A well-known actress said these words, "I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things that I haven't done." In other words, take a risk. The greater the risk, the greater the rewards. What if I fail? Then fail forward.
We lose our way, we get back up again. It's never too late to get back up again. And one day, you gon' shine again. You may be knocked down, but not out forever. Lose our way, we get back up again. So get up, you gon' shine again. It's never too late to get back up again. You may be knocked down, but not out forever. This is love calling out to the broken. This is love calling.
This is Keep the Faith. Next on Keep the Faith, it's a good thing she didn't listen and instead took the leap.
Her culture told her, "You're nobody. You're nothing. Your job is to endure." And so her husband said, "No, you can't do this." And her in-laws said, "No, you can't do this." And her friends said, "No." Everybody said, "No, you can't do this."
There's a grace when the heart is under fire. Another way when the walls are closing in. And when I look at the space between where I used to be and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. There was another in the fire, standing next to me. There was another in the waters, holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is a cross that bears the burden, where another died for me. There is another in the fire. Oh, my dead left for dead beneath the water. I'm no longer a slave to my sin anymore. And should I fall in the space between what remains of me and this reckoning, either way I won't bow to the things of this world. And I know I will never be alone. There is another in the fire, standing next to me. There is another in the waters, holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminding what power set me free, there is a grave that holds nobody. Now that power lives in me, there is another in the fire. 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 I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness falls through him. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between wasting. I can feel that ground shake beneath us as the bricks and walls cave in. Nothing stands between us, and nothing stands between us. There is no other name but the name that is Jesus. He who was and still is and will be through it all. So come on, mate, in the space between all the things unseen and this reckoning. I know I will never be alone. There'll be another in the fire, standing next to me. There'll be another in the waters, holding back the seas. And should I ever need reminder how good you've been to me, I'll count the
You're listening to Keep the Faith.
I'm Penny. It's possible that what's holding you back are not the circumstances or things, but people, even people you care about. But that doesn't have to be the end. Carly Fiorina is the former CEO of Hewlett-Packard and was even a presidential candidate in 2016. She offers encouragement in her book, Find Your Way.
This is a story about a woman who had nothing. I met her on the top of a rooftop in the slums of India. If you've ever been in slums in New Delhi, India, they are the most grim and desperate places I have ever been on earth. And this woman had all of that desperation and poverty. And she had a chance to get a very small loan through an organization I was the chairman of, and to be trained to be an entrepreneur. Now, her culture told her, you're nobody. You're nothing. Your job is to endure and do the best you can. And so her husband said, no, you can't do this. And her in-laws said, no, you can't do this. And her friends said no. And her parents said no. Everybody said, no, you can't do this. After about a year, she did it. She somehow found the courage to do it because she decided her misery was worse. And so she did it. And I asked her, well, you know, what does all your family think now? What does your culture think now? What do all these people think now? And she said, oh, my family's very happy. They work for me. They work for me. And so I tell that story because here's a woman who had absolutely nothing. Now, if she can find it, we can find it.
Staring at a stop sign, watching people drive by, T-Mac on the radio. Got so much on your mind, nothing's really going right. Looking for a ray of hope. Whatever it is you may be going through, I know he's not gonna let it get the best of you. You're an overcomer. Stay in the fight till the final round. You're not going under. 'Cause God
contagious encouragement on Keep the Faith.
Being myself and going after my dreams, just trying to knock down fear, trying to grow closer every day with Jesus. Those are the things that people over and over again tell me inspire them and motivate them.
I'm not a warrior, I'm too afraid to lose. I feel unqualified for what you're calling me to.
We want to do as much as we can to give kids opportunity to take healthy risks, to have a sense of adventure, to have places that they're moving into to grow their confidence and competence. Both really offset anxieties.
Give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence.
We were all put here for a reason, and we are here to share our gift, and we are here to serve others. We just need to push past the fear and just move forward and just do it.
I'll be a conqueror, 'cause you fight for me. I'll be a champion, claiming your victory. So give me faith like Daniel in the lion's den. Give me hope like Moses in the wilderness. Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence.
To find the light in the darkness is what my message has always been about. So I cry with joy now because I'm on a mission and my word is unstoppable.
I'm gonna sing and shout and shake the walls. Won't stop until I see them fall. Gonna stand up, step out when you call Jesus.
That even if they face those things they can't do right now, that they are worthwhile and that they can do great things because of the fact that people who love them believe in them. That's the recipe for life.
Give me a heart like David, Lord, be my defense, so I can face my giants with confidence.
We can ultimately step away from our fears and our insecurities when we're willing to readjust and challenge our perspective of the world around us. Because there are times when we will feel fear that doesn't need to be there. So refuse to see yourself surrounded by sharks in life, when more often than not, you're simply in the midst of a playful school of dolphins.
With confidence, I'll face my giants with confidence.
This is Keep the Faith. I'm Donna Cruz with some contagious encouragement on Keep the Faith. If you don't risk anything, you risk even more.
When the best of me is barely breathing, when I'm not somebody I believe in, hold on to me. When I miss the light, the night is stolen. When I'm slamming all the doors you've opened, hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me when it's too dark to see you. When I am sure I have reached the end. Hold on to me when I forget I need you. When I let go, hold me again. When I don't feel like I'm worth defending. When I'm tired of my pretending, hold on to me. When I start to break in desperation, underneath the weight of expectation, hold on to me. rest here in your arms forever. 'Cause I know nobody loves me better. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
This is Keep the Faith.
Hi, this is Mandisa, and one thing I want you to know is that we are all overcomers. If God has brought you through a really tough time, please share it. It could really encourage someone else. Just call 1-800-726-4150. That's 1-800-726-4150.
About 10 years ago, I became a first-time homeowner, and I had my eye on this little one-story house. Now, I knew the owner had passed away and that the house would be sold. Now, the very day the sale sign was placed in the yard, 8 potential buyers walked through the house. And that first night, there were 3 of us who made offers. And by the time I was ready to make an offer, the owners had already received offers above the asking price. So I had to offer higher than what I was really comfortable with. So when I went to bed that night, I was restless. I never had that kind of debt before. So I prayed and I told God that I was really concerned about taking on that much debt. Now the next day, 2 other people were scheduled to walk through the place, but they called me early the next day with a counteroffer and said that if I would accept their counteroffer, they'd take the house off the market. And the price they asked me to pay? $10,000 less than my offer. The thought flashed through my head, wow, God knows what I can afford. And he inspired the sellers to take less. God just does stuff outside the box.
Right now I'm staring down a giant. Right now I can't see past my pain. Right now my songs have turned to silence. And you've never seemed so far away. But I still believe, I still believe. There's no high you can't rescue, no war you can't win, no story so over it can't start again. No pain you won't use, no war you won't break through. It might be too much for me, but there is no impossible with you. Right now you're fighting all my battles. Right now you're breathing life again. Oh, and I know you're mighty in my weakness. So right now my soul will say amen. There's no high you can't rescue, no war you can't win, no story so over it can't start again. No pain you won't use, no war you won't break through. It might be too much for me, but there is no impossible with you. Your name is greater, your love is stronger, your ways are higher. There's nothing that you can't do. 'Cause there's no impossible with you.